Hello all, I am your host DarkDevil26 and welcome back to week numero ocho of the IBL. This week we're taking on Gurt Bibo, I think that's how you pronounce it, Gurt Bilbo? I have no idea how to pronounce this man's name, but yeah, I'll leave his stuff down in the description. But yeah, so we got the win last week, which was incredible. So we need to ride that momentum and we need to win our next two games in order to make playoffs, and preferably by a sizable differential. So it's not going to be easy this week, though. Yes, I know this is technically a battle of the worst two teams in the league, but his team is no laughing matter. He has Dragapult, Okidogi, Gliscor, Chiyu, Sylveon, Zapdos, Fortress, Feraligatr, Monkey, Dory, and Serperior. With that in mind, let's check out what we got for this week. As you can see, we have the Iron Valiant, Roaring Moon, Lantern, Necrozma, we got Sandslash, and we got Corviknight. So, let's begin with Iron Valiant here. Iron Valiant, what item? What other? Did you really guys expect any other item on my Iron Valiant outside of Life Orb? No, you didn't. Don't lie to me, chat. And we have Close Combat, Shadow Sneak, Spirit Break, and Psychic. So, yeah, I'm running Mixed Valiant this week. We are running Close Combat because he is a Chiyu right there. And Chiyu is dangerous. So, the sooner I get Chiyu up out of there, the better. Close Combat also hits a majority of his team hard, like Fortress, Feraligatr, stuff I really don't have coverage for, but it'll do me just fine nonetheless. Shadow Sneak is for the Dragapult. Dragapult is one fast boy, and like Spectre last week, I need to outrun another frail, fast ghost type, so Shadow Sneak's gonna come in clutch. Spirit Break is for things like the Zapdos. Maybe if he's running a... Oh, no. Special Dragapult won't matter because he's definitely running Clear Body. I would be surprised if he ran a different ability, but he's definitely running Clear Body. Yeah, we're running Spirit Break for things like the Dragapult, like Zapdos, things like... And I gotta be careful not to use it on Serperior, though, because that thing will get a special attack boost, and I will be very unhappy if that happens. Finally, Psychic is for the things like the Okidogi. Now, if I've learned anything over these past few weeks is that every poison type ever is going to run the Psychic Berry against Valiant just so they could win that matchup. So, I got to be careful. I did run Psychic over Zen Headbutt because Psychic does significantly more. It doesn't kill, but it does significantly more. So, I got to be careful of that Psychic Berry unless he just doesn't tear. Unless he just tears this thing, which in which case has a different story. But anyway, on to our Roaring Moon. We are Booster Energy this week. So yeah, we got our Dragon Dance, Iron Head, Knockoff, and Earthquake. We are running Booster Speed, as you can see. Now, the last time we ran Booster Speed, it came back to bite me in the butt because I didn't have enough attack. So I'm really hoping that doesn't come into play today. But we have Dragon Dance to set up. We have Iron Head for things like the Sylveon. We have it for any potential Terra Fairy, because you guys know the drill by now. Everybody is running Terra Fairies against me, and I don't like that one bit. But yeah, we got Knockoff for Dragapult. And by the way, Booster Energy Speed outspeeds Dragapult max speed, even if he's a plus speed boosting nature. Now, the only condition where I do not outspeed Dragapult is if he is Scarf. And I actually think Scarf Dragapult is actually a possibility in this matchup. Scarf or Life Orb, I feel, are the two items he's most likely going to run. So, if he does run Scarf, I need to be very careful, because then that thing will outspeed me, and obviously that won't make me a very happy Brendan, now would it? We're running Earthquake, by the way, for the Chiyu, and maybe potentially for Okidogi, depending on his Terra type, if he chooses to Terra out of it, but I think he's more likely to Terra his Gliscor, if anything. Now we have Lantern. Now, this boy hasn't come since week 2. Lantern has not come to a battle since week 2. And that's crazy to me, but we are running Volt Absorb, as you can see, and we're running Leftovers. So running Thunder Wave, Scald, Ice Beam, and Volt Switch. So this Lantern's goal is to mostly paralyze the Dragapult at all costs. We're paralyzed, mostly Dragapult, and definitely not Serperior. I'm not staying in on that thing, but I want to paralyze that Dragapult, which is why I'm running Thunder Wave. I have Scald for things like Gliscor, if he chooses to not Terra. I have it for Chiyu as well. Ice Beam is for mostly Dragapult and Gliscor. Volt Switch is to get Switch Initiative. So basically, Lantern's goal this game is to like Lantern, you have two jobs. Be annoying with Switch Initiative, and Thunder Wave that Dragapult. So yeah, those are my two Lantern jobs for this week. Lantern is probably going to be the most, and Wall Zapdos as well. If he doesn't bring Zapdos, which I think is possible, that means those are Lantern's only two jobs, and I really think Lantern will be expendable if he doesn't bring Zapdos. But now we have our Necrozma. We are Lumberry this week. We have Calm Mind, Terra Blast, Photon Geyser, Moonlight, and we are Terra Fairy, as you can see. But Calm Mind, we need some sort of setup. I do think he's most likely going to run special Dragapult, so maybe I could set up on Dragapult. If he runs physical Dragapult, that's not out of the question. Then maybe I could set up on things like Zapdos, like Gliscor, like Sylveon, things like that. I have Terra Blast for Dragapult, Photon Geysers mostly for Okidogi and Gliscor, and well, anything else that really gets hit by Psychic moves. Like, the only problem I have with this Necrozma set is I wanted to run Earth Power, but I didn't have enough moves, of course. Because then I can't outspeed... I can't hit Chi-Yu that hard. So, my best bet to hit Chi-Yu will be Terra Blast. So, I have to keep that in mind. But hopefully I'm set up by then, so that's how I don't have to worry about it. Now we have our Sandslash here, coming back. Sandslash did good at its job last week in setting up rocks and spinning them away. And that's what I'm asking Sandslash to do again this week. We have Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. The one change being Stone Edge over Super Fang. Stealth Rock, I think his team is pretty weak to rocks. He has the Fortress for removal, but if I get that Fortress out of the way early, I can set up rocks, potentially get hits on Chi-Yu, on Zapdos with rocks, which would be amazing. Rapid Spin is to spin any potential spikes or rocks he may have with Fortress. Earthquake is to hit things like Chi-Yu, and Stone Edge is to hit Zapdos. So now finally we have our Corviknight here. As we can see, we're Rocky Helmet Corviknight this week, mostly for things like Okidogi. But we have Taunt, U-Turn, Roost, and Brave Bird. And for those of you who do not recognize this set, it is the same exact set we ran last week. But we're running a physically defensive Corviknight instead of a specially defensive Corviknight. So, like I said, I do think special Dragapult is most likely coming. And if I remember correctly, Dragapult here, let me take a pause real quick. And I'm going to take a look and see if Dragapult gets any fire-type moves right out of the gate. And last time, I think it gets Fire Blast, but I'm going to double-check. I forgot to open Showdown again, so I'm glad I'm doing it now. So let's peep Dragapult's move pool real quick. I don't care about that. I don't care about the format. I just want to get in and see Dragapult. But yeah, no, we're gonna go see Dragapult right now and see what this thing is made out of, because I don't really know Dragapult that well. But yeah, do you get any fire moves? You get Fire Blast and Flamethrower, as I expected. So yeah, I have to be careful with Fire Blast and Flamethrower. I do think he's most likely going to run those as a special variant. So we have to be careful about that. But Taunt is mostly the Taunt Fortress. I actually think this Corviknight might be the lead as well, because if he leads Fortress, I could Taunt it, and therefore it can't get up any hazards. U-Turns for Switch Initiative, Roost, obviously heal up, and Brave Bird is to do some damage. But yeah, I'm going to go get connected with Gurt. I will see you guys in a bit with the battle. Okay, so here's the team he brought. He has Sylveon, Zapdos, Chi-Yu, Dragapult, Okidogi, and Gliscor. Pretty much the 6 I expected. So, he is Terra Water on the Gliscor, and he is Terra... And he didn't bring Fortress. That's the only thing that maybe, like, I would have expected. But that means, I don't lead Corviknight. And he's Fairy on Okidogi, because everybody runs Terra Fairy Okidogi. Everyone runs Terra Fairies against me, because apparently my team is just really bad against Terra Fairies. But, with that in mind, who do I lead with? Who do you lead with, more first and foremost? I don't know who you lead with. Maybe Dragapult is something you lead with. Yeah, Dragapult is definitely very possible. I think my lead is Lantern. I think I lead Lantern because, he's got that Zapdos, and Zapdos is probably his most likely lead. Or Gliscor. Gliscor is another really easy lead for him to get up rocks. So yeah, we're going to lead with Lantern. Good luck and have fun, of course, to Gurt. I will say our playoffs ride on this match. So, we need to win our last 2 games in order to even have a chance at playoffs. So, and I want to preferably win by as high a differential as I can, so that's how I can get myself back into the differential race. Because I have, in fact, the worst differential in the league as of right now. So, yeah, I need to play for diff. So, yeah, let's see what we can do here. But, yeah, we are going to see who has a lead. If it's Gliscor, I straight up Volt Switch right out of the gate. Or I could Scald or Ice Beam or whatever. But yeah, let's see what we got. We're gonna see the Scrooge. That is the Gliscor. Yep, I predicted his lead right. Alright, so, so now he might not know. Like, he might be afraid of Shukaberry. So, like, I am going to, he's probably not gonna Terra Water here right out of the gate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Ice Beam. I'm gonna Ice Beam because just in case if he doesn't Terra Water, I'm gonna hit it because I don't think he's gonna do it because he might expect Scald and he's gonna be or he might expect Thunder Wave, like a move that'll get him and prevent poison really early on. So you know he is not going to Terra right out of the gate, and hopefully that doesn't kill me. Nope, it doesn't. That is excellent. So yep, we're gonna Ice Beam here. And that almost kills the Gliscor. And, yep, he's probably going to get his poison off here. I am actually willing to take that trade. I'm willing to take a big hit off Gliscor in exchange for, like, some of my Lantern's health. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go into Corviknight, and we're gonna see what we can do here. He's probably going to go for his rocks, or maybe he'll U-turn. I don't know, but either way, Corviknight is the play. I do feel that he's not going to run Fire Fang for Corviknight. I know Gliscor gets the Fangs. I don't see this thing running Fire Fang for Corviknight. So I think this is a fairly safe switch. So let's see. I'm running Pressure this week. Yeah, he's going to knock off. That's fine. Rocky Helmet's going to come in clutch here. That sucks because Okie Dokie is now a problem. So, he's faster than me. He's not going to want to sack this off right away. No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. But, either way, he has the free switch into Zapdos here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to... Do I Brave Bird here and risk the Para? I think I am. I'm going to risk the Para with the Zapdos. Yeah, he's going to switch out. Should have U-turned there. And you're going to strike twice, which is Zapdos. Yep, definitely. Yep. Should have U-turned there, but it's whatever. Please don't paralyze me. Please don't paralyze me with static. Thank you. Yep, and he's leftovers too. That's fine. So now he's probably going to U-turn predicting my Saiyaslash to come in. So, I have a free switch into Lantern right now, and I'm going to force him to I'm going to U-turn here. I'm going to predict him to go for the Yep, and do it. Okay. Yep, I knew it. He'd go for U-turn there. So now I get the momentum back. So, yeah, that's a good turn for me. But, yeah, let's see what he goes into here. What can he go into here? Maybe he goes back into Gliscor. Like, I genuinely don't know. Chew, I don't think he'll go into Okie Dokie. I don't think he'll go into Dragapult. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, we have a good advantage here because I predicted him to go for U-turn there. So, yeah, let's see what he goes into. He doesn't really have anything that likes U-turn outside of that Zapdos, and that Zapdos is what was in. So yeah, he's gonna go to Eat Young. That's probably Sylveon. Nope, it's Dragapult. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna get the U-turn off now. I want to scout for this thing's ability, more importantly. But yeah, I'm assuming he's going to be Scarf. I don't want to go into... Yeah, I have to go Roaring Moon here. Or I could go to Krasma. Let's see. Do I get my booster energy off now? What do you have in the back? And Scarf Dragapult is obviously a big problem. But if I do sack Roaring Moon here and he is Scarf, what I do here is I just go... I think it's too early to set up Roaring Moon. I don't want to go Necro just yet. So let me think. He has the Sylveon in the back, which is a problem. Yeah, let's go Necro. I'm gonna go Necro. It's too early to set up my my Roaring Moon. Okay, so now I get to see what item you are. So yeah, I'm gonna Terra Fairy right out of the gate, and I am going to click. I'm gonna get Chip off. Let's go for Terra Blast. Let's see. Yeah, I get the Terra Blast off. I assume he's gonna switch into something like, I don't know, maybe Gliscor to sack it off. I don't think he's staying in with Dragapult. And I really want to scout for Scarf. So, yeah, I really want to scout for Scarf. So, yeah, I'm going to Terra. What are you going to do here? Are you going to U-turn? Are you going to Dragon Move? I don't think you Dragon Move me here. There's a chance you Steel Move, though. Yep, I know. Okay, that's fine. That's huge. That is huge. That is actually huge. That means this Dragapult is dead. Yup, goodbye, Dragapult. Yup, that is a big, big kill. Dragapult was a gigantic threat, and it's just gone for E1. Yeah, I don't know why he stayed in there. Yeah, I said I was Fairy. Like, he knew my Terra type. I don't understand why he stayed in there and clicked Dragon Darts. That was, in my humble opinion, not his best play. But he's gonna go into Chippy. Who's this? That is the Chi. Yup. So, you're gonna go for a fire move here, of course. What does this Chi-Yu even get? I know it gets, like, the moves it gets for VGC, but outside of that, I don't really know much about Chi-Yu. So let's see, where are you, Chi-Yu? So, Chi-Yu, you get, what coverage do you get? You do not get any notable poison moves. You're probably gonna hit me with a dark move here, or a fire move here. So what's stopping me here from going into Roaring Moon? Absolutely fucking nothing. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for Calm Mind just to easy Will-O-Wisps. I think that's the play. No, he's gonna go for Fire Blast, and he's gonna miss. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That is an unfortunate miss. I was predicting Will-O-Wisp there, but I'm kind of glad I stayed in. That Fire Blast miss was huge. So yeah, I'm gonna Calm Mind again, and I don't know what this thing's gonna do to me. I really don't. I don't want to say I win just yet, but, you know, that Fire Blast missed definitely. And he missed again. This is so fucking unfortunate, dude. I feel terrible, but at the same time, this is exactly what I needed to get back in the playoff hunt. Do I just Calm Mind again? Yeah, let's do it. And there, now he hits. Good job, Chi-Yu. We're proud of you. And that did a lot of damage. That thing is specs as fuck. But yeah, I am going to Moonlight this next turn, and then I Terra Blast. Yeah, no, that Chi-Yu is specs as hell. But yeah, we're gonna Moonlight, and hopefully he doesn't crit me. That would get me right back for laughing at the fact he missed 2 Fire Blasts in a row. But yeah, let's see what he does here. There is a possibility, yeah, he's gonna switch out, so yeah, I'm gonna get the Moonlight off. I have to be very, very careful of, I have to be very careful of that Okie Dokie. That's the one thing. I have to be very careful about that Okie Dokie. Okay, so I get all my health back, which is nice, and I am Lumberry, so he can try and status me all he wants, but either way, I Photon Geyser here. He's gonna try and Toxic, but to his dismay, I am Lumberry. So, yep, I'm faster, actually. That's crazy. But yeah, this Gliscor is dead. So, that's big. Do I have one more miss in me? Is he gonna miss a Gunk Shot? I want to say I calced Gunk Shot when building. So, I don't know. He's gonna go Okie Dokie here for sure. And he's Terra Water on that thing. So, I have to, like... No, he's Terra Fairy on Okie Dokie. He's Water on that Gliscor. So now he's definitely going to Terra his... Yeah, he's going to go back into Chippy, and that's the Chi-Yu. But yeah, no, this thing is definitely specs. I'm going to Terra Blast here, and I'm going to kill it. And he missed fire. Bro, when I say this is exactly what the doctor ordered for me, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for me. Oh, he lived. That's insane. But, yeah, I Terra Blast again here. That means he's Assault Vest. He's not Specs. That means Beads of Ruin just did a lot of damage with the Fire Blast. But, yeah, no. I feel so bad that he's missed 3 Fire Blasts. But then again, I got hacked to shit week 2. I could have very well gotten a better... He forfeited, dude. I feel so bad! I feel so bad! Oh my god! So I guess that's a 6-0 for us, huh? Wow, okay, so that was a battle that happened. Okay, so we're gonna pick up the 6-0 win against Gurt because he missed 3 Fire Blasts. But yeah, I definitely understand this man's frustration. I feel so bad. But then again, I got hacks, it's Pokemon. That is the name of the game we play. And, yeah, I guess we're back in it now. So since we got a 6-0, we're back. And now this comes down to the last week of the season. So, if we get a good win and good differential on that, we damn well could come back. This is not over. Do not count me out yet, guys. Do not count me out. But yeah, I will see you guys next week, week number 9. Bye-bye!